All right, so in lesson number 8 here, we're still talking about equivalent ratios. And the main thing we sold you on was, hey, as long as you multiply or divide by the same number, you're good. Well, here's the problem with that. That technique's not always going to work. Yeah, so we do need to realize, and this is one of the things that happens in math and life, whatever it is one method's not always going to work. We have to be aware of other things that are going on. So the idea here is we can use something that's called the value. Now, value is a fancy mathematical word. My goodness, we're not going to really use it a whole lot there. We're going to use a different word so we stay consistent, and that's the word of simplify. All right, simplify. Yeah, okay. So equivalent ratios. What we said before is, hey, as long as you multiply or divide by the same number, it's good. So down below here in exercise 1, they want me to circle any equivalent ratios from the list below. Okay, so what they're saying to do here is, instead of putting them side by side and figuring out to multiply by, the faster, more efficient way is just to simplify, because all equivalent ratios will simplify to the exact same thing. Let's take a look here. All right, let's start off with this guy, this ratio of 5 to 10. Well, we can divide them both by 5. Now, I'm going to encourage you to write them in a fraction form, just because I think you're going to see fractions better. I can divide them both by 5, so I get 1/2. Or in other words, 1 to 2. All right? Yeah. So 5 to 10 is equivalent to 1 to 2. Now, I can't simplify that because the only number you can divide a 1 by is 1, and as we've talked about, you can't use that when you simplify. All right, so those are equivalent. Let's look at the 6 to 16. I'm going to write it as a fraction, and I got to find a number to divide by. Okay, well, for 6, I'm thinking of my multiplication facts. I can do it 2 times a 3. Can you do 16 divided by 3, though? No. Can you do 16 divided by 2? Yes. Okay, so I can divide by 2's there. 6 divided by 2 is a 3. 16 divided by 2 is an 8. So I've got this ratio of 3 to 8. Let's check out the 12 to 32. All right. Again, I'm thinking of them as a fraction form, and I need to find someone to divide by. So I'm going through my multiplication facts of 12. 1, 3, 4, 12. 4! I can divide 12 by 4 and 32 by 4. So let's do it. That's simplifying. So divide by 4, I get 12 divided by 4 is a 3. 32 divided by 4 is an 8. Oh my goodness. They matched up. So these guys are equivalent ratios. So yeah, the ones that were right next to it, they were. The other ones were not. 5 to 10 is not equivalent to them there. So here's the issue. Let's look at 5 to 10. And let's look at 7 to 14. And this is where we're going at there. Okay? Are these ratios equivalent? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, here's the point we're trying to make here. If I was using the old technique of, hey, let's multiply by the same number. Come on, people. What do you multiply 5 by to get to 7? Huh? What? Come on. What is it? I don't know either. Yeah, it's some sort of fraction that's there. I mean, honestly, I could come up with it, but that's for another time. So, are they equivalent, though? Yes, they are. Yeah, because 5, that's a half. 5/10 is a half. 7/14, that's a half. They are equivalent. So this is the whole idea. Sometimes it's simplifying that's there. So if you're asking me like, whoa, I don't want to remember all these different things. What's the go-to? Well, the go-to is to simplify. What's faster, though, is to simplify. Is to multiply across. I almost said simplify twice. It's faster. Yeah, no. So again, different situations need different things. Let's see what we run into. All right. We did that there. All right. So true or false? This is a good summary here. The value of the ratio is the same for equivalent ratios. True. All right. Let's get some things in here. Remember, we're not talking value. We're going to encourage you to use that word simplify. So when you simplify, they should be equivalent. Equivalent meaning that they should be equal. All right. Let's go down a little bit more and see who's waiting for us. All right. Terry's training for a duathlon, which is a race that consists of running and cycling. Okay. Dual, two. All right. The cycling leg is longer than the running leg of the race. So while Terry trains, he rides his bike more than he runs. During training, Terry runs 4 miles for every 14 miles he rides his bike. Okay, identify the ratio associated with the problem. Okay, so I like to underline keywords as I go across it there. It's just something that kind of helps me stay focused there. So I saw the for every. They wanted the ratio. Okay, my ratio is 4 to 14. Now, what's the value, though? Okay, remember, value means to simplify. So what can you divide both of those numbers by? You can divide the 4 and the 14 both by 2. So if we end up dividing by a 2 here, 4 divided by 2 is a 2. 14 divided by 2 is a 7. So we've got a ratio of 2 to 7. So these are equivalent ratios. The other reasons why we like the equivalent ratios is if you are drawing boxes at some times, do you really want to draw 14 boxes out? No. So if you use an equivalent ratio, that's less that you need to write out there. All right, so let's see here. So use the value of the ratio to solve the following. When Terry completed all of his training for the duathlon, the ratio of the number of miles he ran to the total number of miles he cycled is 80 to 280. Whew. Is this possible according to them? Okay, so we got 2 techniques that are here. I'm going to split it down here. We can do what they're talking about today, which is to simplify. All right? So 80 to 280. Again, I'm a fan of writing it as a fraction. They both end in zeros. So who can we divide by? 10. Yes. So if I divide by 10, it's nice. Make your elementary school teacher proud, people. All right? Those zeros at the end, you should get an 8 and you should get your 28 that's there. Now wait, there's more. They're both even numbers. Yes, make your elementary school teacher proud. You can divide all even numbers by. But wait, there's a bigger number that works here. All right? You could divide them both by. Yeah. So I get a 2. 28 divided by 4 is a 7. All right. So, wait, was the ratio 2 to 7? Yes, it was. See, look, Now they're written in different forms, but they're the same thing there. So, is it possible? Yes, because their simplified ratios were the same. Now, let's go to something else here. They want to know is, hey, was it the same? Well, 2 to 7, all right. 80 to 280, okay. What do you multiply 2 by to get to 80? Well, you should multiply by 40. Remember that 0 on the end, so you're really just looking at the 8. 2 times what is 8? 4. Got your 0. So yes, it's 40. So the question here is 7 times 40 equal to 280? Yes! Yes, it is. So, again, 2 different techniques. Again, we're going to find sometimes it works better in one situation, sometimes better in the other. But as long as we're getting home safely, we're fine with what you got there. All right, people, that is all we are after today. Main thing here is division has entered the arena, people. All right? We're going to use it sometimes. See ya.